My parents ruined the surprise of my engagement and my wedding dress. This story came April 26th, 2025. I, 27, female, am getting married in September of 2025. I'm in a long distance relationship. My partner lives in England and I'm in the US. We're lucky enough that I work remotely and I visit about 3 times a year for 6 weeks at a time, and he visits me in the US about 4 times a year for once a week. When he was planning to propose, he had asked my parents' blessing in March of 2024. My parents had assumed that I would know when he was proposing, and my dad told me in a conversation that the following week he is proposing in December of 2024. As you can imagine, I was upset. My mother invalidated my feelings and said I was making it a big deal and being stupid for not assuming it was going to be during Christmas, because that's when both of our families were together. My argument is that while I could have had a hunch, I didn't want to be told when it was, and basically could have gone practically a whole year wondering and excitingly when it could be. For all I know, he could have proposed before that, and Christmas we would have had an engagement party with the families. Anyway, basically my dad apologized, but my mom has stood firm on saying that I'm dramatic for being upset. Since then, more things have gone wrong, and it has started to leave me just so sad about my wedding planning. None of this has been a good experience, and I've started to feel like it's a chore. Fast forward to today. My partner is visiting just for 1 week, and we're all sitting on the couch in the living room. My mom randomly turns to me and goes, "Have you picked up your veil from the bridal store yet?" Right in front of him. And then my partner smiles and goes, "Oh, you're wearing a veil?" And I just got super frustrated. There are only 2 surprises in a wedding, the engagement and the dress, and both of them have been handled so carelessly. So I turned to my mom and I said, "Can you please not mention anything about the dress? Not the shoes, nothing. I don't want him to know anything." She rolls her eyes, walks around, and about 10 minutes later gives a half-hearted apology, just saying, "Sorry." And I replied, "It's fine. I'm used to it at this point." And now she has gone back and locked herself in the room. So I guess, am I the a-hole for being upset? Edit. I know a lot of people are asking if this is like her. It isn't. She's already had one of her 4 daughters get married. I'm the second. She never ruined the engagement or the dress, and she seemed to care a whole lot more about her than she has me during this time. Also, nowadays, a lot of brides opt to wear veils, tiaras, sometimes hat or embellishments, or nothing at all. I forgot to mention that my fiance had told me he didn't want to know if I was wearing a veil or anything, and he wanted it all to be a surprise. Since he is very mild-tempered and sweet, he was just surprised, but was trying to be nice in his reaction because he knew that I would have been upset by that. It's so true. Not everyone wears a veil anymore. Some people don't. I have seen tiaras worn on their wedding day. That would be fun. A big bow on top of my head. Oh, so fun. But you already know where we're headed. We're headed to the comment section of Reddit. Somebody commented and said, "Are you the scapegoat of the family? Because her BS smells of personality disorder." OP responded and said, "Her mom has borderline personality disorder and is a narcissist. My mom exhibits a lot of those qualities too." Next comment, "If you are going to elope, like mentioned in some of the comments, then know that you have to do the prep work in advance. You can't visit the UK and just get married." She said, "Yes, I know. We've started looking into the requirements." Oh, are we now thinking of eloping so that mom and family can't be there?
You can't sit with us!
Oh no. Well, if you thought it was dramatic before, I've got a feeling it's gonna get a lot worse. Our first update came the next day. So for context, a lot of things have gone wrong since we have been in talks of getting engaged. Obviously, my dad had told me about the engagement, but then other things went wrong. Like my partner's sister causing drama the day before our engagement, the day of our engagement going horribly wrong to a point where my partner told me that he would propose again, finding out last month that my partner's dad got remarried a year ago in secret. We didn't even know he was dating anyone, and him asking for a +1 for the wife no one had even heard of, and my best friend bailing on my bachelorette for someone else's bachelorette. Yeah, that's a lot of bad things happening. So it's safe to say that since December, it has been stressful. And those are only the bigger issues that I have mentioned. I know everyone was saying my mom should be on an info diet. She already was by her own choice. She hasn't asked or been a part of anything by her own design, and it felt like she couldn't care less about the wedding. The only time she cared was when she found out that we were only inviting 40 people, and people she wanted there weren't invited. Like her friends, who I barely see or know, and her brother and cousin, who I both haven't seen since I was 11. That's when she insisted on paying for them so that they could come. And that's the only time she's asked about anything having to do with the wedding, or to be honest, anything involving me. She hasn't checked in on me to see if my partner and I are okay, given all the other stuff that has happened either. So I ended up speaking with my mother a little while after what happened, and I told her that while I know I shouldn't have said that I was used to it, that ultimately I'm upset because it seems like nothing has gone right. She seemed apologetic at first and said she didn't know why she said that and knew that she shouldn't have said it. I nodded and said, just please don't say anything else regarding about what you know about the dress. She was there when I first got the dress and veil with my sisters. I then told her that I'm just tired of things going wrong and that my partner and I have felt super unsupportive and alone. She responded back starting with a sentence saying, only a handful of things have happened. I feel like you're looking for things to be upset about at this point. And to be honest, when she said that, I kind of lost it. I basically said that I didn't go looking for any of this and all these things have just happened to my fiance and I, and that they were out of our control. Like, you're the one who brought up the veil, not me. I didn't go looking for any of these issues. I definitely didn't go looking for my partner's dad, who has been single for 15 years, to not only lie about dating, but secretly go get married and not tell his son for a year. I told her that if there was one problem, then fine, I'd have handled it and moved on, but that the repeated offenses have hurt me and I've been trying to get over what's occurred, but something else happens to make the wedding planning even harder. I told her that I felt super alone during a time that is supposed to be joyful and that her carelessness and thoughtlessness has been super hurtful, especially when she continually invalidated my feelings. She shrugged and said that she has done nothing wrong and that she's not going to talk to me or ask about me about the other problems going on because I've been upset and she just doesn't want to deal with it. After a lot of your comments, I realized that I definitely was attempting to include someone who has shown not only should they not be, but they don't want to be. My partner leaves back to the UK today, but at this point I'm considering eloping with him, if I can, when I'm visiting him in England in May. We've already paid half of what we owe to our venue and photographer, so canceling isn't really an option, but maybe we'll just have the reception instead of the ceremony. Thank you to the commenters who pointed out that if we ever have children, to keep the important moments to ourselves of gender or birth date or names. I think you're right, and my mom has pretty much ensured that she will be on a permanent info diet as long as she's in my life, because if not, she'll more than likely spoil it and then invalidate my feelings. I think ultimately it wasn't about the veil for me. I know my partner will still be surprised. I'm just sad because he told me he didn't want any idea of anything and wanted to be completely clueless about what I would be wearing. But ultimately, this is about the continued thoughtlessness and invalidation that's pretty much been the theme for the last 4 months. If my mom had said that she was sorry and left it, it would have been fine. But acting like I went looking to be upset when she randomly ruins yet another detail is just wild to me. Edit. I also forgot to say yes, I am moving to England. We are hoping to make that jump at the beginning of 2026. I know a lot of people are saying to completely cancel the venue, but we already have friends and family from my fiance's side who have bought their flight tickets to come. At least 10 of them have already confirmed. I don't think I have the heart in me to cost people that kind of money when they have already invested into this. That's tricky. Also, I'm not sure sure if my mom cares that I'm moving. I am in England for 6 to 8 weeks at a time every few months, so she's already used to me leaving for a significant amount of time. She doesn't seem sad that I'm leaving, and if anything, has said she understands why I'm moving. If she is sad, or that's the real reason behind all of this, I would actually be super surprised. I won't rule it out, but my mom isn't the type to care about that sort of thing. You know where we're going. We're going back to the comment section. Someone said, have you looked into the visas? I moved to the UK 18 years ago. It can be stressful dealing with immigration and it is expensive. OP said, yes, I'm a little worried, but I think we'll be fine. The original plan was to get married, do long distance a little more, and then apply for residency and move over there. Thankfully, he is over the financial threshold for me to move. Next comment. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out what the big deal is that your fiance's father got married. How does that affect you? It doesn't. What's the big deal about knowing that you'll be wearing a veil? It's just a piece of fabric, and odds are most women wear veils. Sorry, but in my opinion, it does seem like you're making a big deal out of stuff that you have no control over. You need to just ignore the stuff around you and enjoy your wedding. So this is interesting. They actually feel like she is overreacting. They're kind of on the mom's side here. So I want to know if you guys are. She did respond to this and said, his dad didn't tell anyone he was married. He randomly told my fiance last month because he wanted to ask for a +1. And when my fiance asked why he needed a +1, he finally had to confess that he had married someone and didn't tell anyone. My fiance was rightfully hurt by that. He didn't even know that his dad was dating anyone. If your dad, who you were close with, didn't even mention that he remarried someone a year ago, I think you would be shocked too. It also created tension because my fiance's parents don't speak already, and they are both unpredictable people. His dad also said he would more than likely leave the wedding early and that he refused to meet the mom beforehand to prevent any issues on the wedding day. It caused a lot of drama and he uninvited his dad from the wedding because of it. The veil was frustrating because it was obviously another thing that my parents revealed. My fiance didn't want to know a single hint or thing about what I was wearing. I really want to know if you guys think she's overreacting over all this. Now, this is what she had to say about her fiance helping with the wedding planning and how the stress has been affecting him and all of his own family issues. She said, my fiance does what he can to help with the wedding planning all the way from England. He is definitely involved in this, and every time he visits, we have ironed out as many details as we can. To clarify, I am not directly involved with his dad, but obviously I love my partner and I support him, and it has been a big source of stress. You may have missed some of my other comments, but the problem is my fiance's family has a lot of tension. His mom and sister don't speak to his dad, and they haven't for over 10 years. Already, there were concerns about what their behavior would be like at a wedding because the three of them are all very unpredictable people. His sister has caused a bunch of drama the day before our engagement, for instance, and it is totally feasible that they would have drama on our wedding day. Now, she's responding to a comment regarding her parents spoiling the surprises and the moods for the engagement and wedding planning. She has some more to say about it. She said, my parents are not that old. They're both in their mid-50s and both are mentally fine and healthy. They also have had another daughter get married previous to me, so this isn't their first rodeo. I didn't go looking to blame my mom for what my dad did, but my mom did make him think that I knew when the proposal was. When my fiance asked for their blessing, that night they had been discussing. My dad made a comment that he thought I didn't know, and my mom said that of course I knew. So my dad thought that it was fine to say it to me. Not only that, she brought it upon herself from the get-go to say that I was ridiculous for being upset and that it's not a big deal. I never blamed her for what happened, but I do think it's crappy to take it upon yourself to seek me out and tell me that I'm being ridiculous for privately being sad. So not only did she not apologize for her assumptions, but went out of her way to tell me that I was being ridiculous. We have a final update, and it came 1 year later. We are now in very recent times, April 24th, 2026. So according to the timeline, she got married already in September of 2025 and was supposed to be moving to England in the beginning of 2026. So she might already be there. Let's see what happened. But first, we have to drink some water. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. You need water, okay? It's good for you. Cheers. Matt came home with this the other day for me. It's a flower pot, but it's a teapot. Are you joking? He just knows the way to my heart. Look how pretty this is. As you guys can tell, I am just such a flower and plant person. I love it. I think this is so darling. A few people over the last few months have been asking, so here is the update. A lot of you will be disappointed to know that we did not end up eloping or canceling the wedding. It's easy on the internet to say cancel, but I couldn't take the idea of giving up the $13,000 I had already invested into it. While there were definitely some hiccups along the way, my husband and I had decided to not let anyone else's pettiness or juvenile behavior bother us anymore or dictate our special day. Thankfully, I didn't deal with much more from my side. When my mom never really apologized or acknowledged how I felt, I remembered something a therapist had said to me about her a long time ago. Why are you surprised by this? She's been the exact same person that she has shown you she is. You're angry because you expected something different, but she has shown you that she will never be different. I love my mom, and she's a great mom, but she also has major flaws and she hurts my feelings a lot. Ultimately, in the last year, I've grown to accept that she is who she is, and I shouldn't keep giving her the space to hurt me. As a lot of you suggested, I've implemented the gray rock method like crazy. And you know what's funny? She hardly knows anything about my life anymore, and she doesn't seem to mind, which is a win-win. My poor husband did endure a lot of issues as well at the same time, and had one last tiff on his side, which resulted in him not doing a mother-son dance. Weddings can really show you who's in your corner, and while we definitely learned that, we also found out exactly who our support system is. The best example being the best man, who made sure everything ran smoothly, double-checked that we always had full glasses, coordinated with the venue owner so I didn't have to, and even rented us a fancy car to end the night with. Happy things that happened on our wedding day. Ooh, I want to hear. I had bought a second reception dress to change into. I had been feeling so out of control that I decided to buy a dress secondhand for $400, and it was beautiful. I told no one about it, kept it to myself, and had the best time jumping out for a reveal before we started dancing. I love that dress so much, and because I love it so much, I'm actually going to attach a picture so people can see. There's a note here that she attached a little handful of pictures from her wedding day. If you guys could send me all your wedding pictures, like I would have so much fun going through them. We got married on September 21st, and it ever so lightly rained right before the ceremony, which they say is good luck, so I was very pleased. The venue was stunning, our ceremony was so lovely, and it was so relieving to see that everything we had gone through to be there in that moment was so worth it. Literally, I have no complaints. Every single guest told us it was the best wedding that they have been to, but that day was absolutely perfect. The photographer was great, the food was amazing, the music was perfect, everything was so relieving, exciting, and perfect. And then we jetted off to a quick honeymoon in Cancun, where we got to just lay on the beach and relax and think about nothing. But next year will be our real big trip together, Bali. For those who will ask, no, I have not moved to England yet. Unfortunately, I'm a business owner, and we learned my taxes will be a doozy. I'm currently looking to slowly transition out there and be fully living there in 2027 or 2028. We are still doing long distance until then. I am set to go to England next at the end of April, and I will be there for 2 months. Okay, so she's there right now. We're gonna look at the pictures. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Look at the dress and the gloves. Oh, the little sleeve. Okay, I can't even see her face, and I can just tell that she is stunning. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with those little hand gloves. Oh, the venue. Darling, I love an outdoor venue, gotta say. All the lights, oh, all the greenery. Look at her dress. There's the veil. This is so exciting. It's like I'm seeing pictures of my friend's wedding. And all the white little rose petals. Oh, not me getting teary, like as if I know her. Oh, a beautiful black and white photo. Stunning. And then her Darling shoes. Love those. Oh, and here's some more details on that dress. Oh, the fact that that's secondhand. Can I have it? I want it. Beautiful. Beautiful. A happy ending in the end. Let me know your thoughts and feelings, you guys. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.